Orbund knows student information systems, but doesn't know football. We help you tackle the admin processes and gaps you may already have. Orbund knows compliance, but doesn't know soccer. We help you kick off compliance reports in 3 clicks, not 3 months.
Hi, Coach Paul here again. For those first time watching this video, that's Paul Rutledge with Team Orbund. As you can see by our background, we've changed our venue again. We're getting ready for the boys of summer and for the summer to heat up so that our playbook can really work. Today's Coach's Corner topic is document management. In the Orbund playbook, we file this under the letter D for documents, but we also file it under the letter P for paperless, as in you can eliminate all the desktop clutter of files and folders of copied documents when onboarding new students. But first, let's review the Orbund field of play. Doesn't matter which game you're playing, whether it's the NBA Finals or a baseball game. We view the Orbund SIS as the hub of your school operations. This is the playing field where all the team members scrimmage or conduct and document their daily activities. The key is all staff must conduct business in the hub, so critical data or inputs are captured throughout the student life cycle. A good SIS supports all department workflows. So when it comes to our game plan for document management, the first objective is always easy file collection, allowing multiple methods and all document types to be easily uploaded. Sometimes students bring a document you need to scan or email it to you so you can upload it from your PC. But a nice feature is the ability to outsource some of the work, the ability to embed a drop link in an online application form. Let the students add it electronically, saving you the time of scanning, finding it on your PC, then uploading it to student electronic files. So now that you have all the documents electronically or paperless, how do you identify who has fully complied with all the document submissions and is eligible to be enrolled in the class? A push button report is critical. Having it linked to the student file cabinet or documents is a plus. How about a widget on the responsible staff member's desktop that provides a list of missing documents, so that in the next class start, admissions can easily identify and work with exceptions, not glean through a report to try and find people that are missing documents and make sure that everybody's packaged. After the class starts, sometimes in the course of a year, compliance audits occur. Part of the Orbund playbook is an ability to tag audit or accreditation documents and provide a consolidated PDF of all those documents in one file. So we talk a good game plan. Let's demonstrate how it works with some game film. Here's our playing field. This is the Orbund homepage. And to upload documents, all you need to do is go to the student record on the right under Files and Documents. And here you'll see a list of all the files that we have attached to the student. If they supply you with a copy of a file, you can scan it. Or if they send it to you by email, you can upload from wherever that scanned document or the email downloads to. Most times it's under your download folder. So you can actually drag and drop whatever document you want in here and then click upload to upload it. Then that document will be available as in whatever format you saved it in as a viewable document so that you can open up and look at it. And at this point, you can review the document. You can then click on Move and assign either assign it to a folder and or a document type that might be part of your audit or your compliance requirements. Then that document will be stored in the file structure under whatever tag you placed it to. Secondarily, you could also have an application form, and you can actually embed in your application form or in a form an ability to upload a copy of a transcript or a driver's license. And that's as simple to do as to go over here and click upload, choose a file, which will open up a dialog box. Remember where your folder is, or the student can do this. Select that document, click upload, and then that will upload it to the actual application so that when the student submits their application, it'll be part of the student record wherever you tag that file to upload. And that's how easy it is to upload documents into the Orbund SIS. So at this point, I'm going to call in a special teams coach, and we're going to run some plays from scrimmage. So Dave, let's scrimmage in real life game conditions. Show me how, as a school, you manage incoming documents, identify missing documents, and manage those documents from an accreditation standpoint.
Those are some good questions there, Paul. Anytime, like at our school, we do not use documents anymore. Everything's electronic. And so without all of those filing cabinets or those files of paper, we're relying on the system to help us track where our documents are, how to upload them, how to identify if any of them are missing, and then how to get them out for our auditors. So as I said, we do not use paper anymore at our school. So we have just we just have all kinds of electronic records. And so we built widgets within the Orbund system that help us identify those required documents that are needed. So on our front screens, as Paul was showing you, like this is for my admissions. So these are all of the students that started my school within the last 30 days. And we identified the top 5 documents that we wanted to track. And we have a widget out here on the Orbund system that helps us to define whether it is here or if it's missing. So if it's here, everything's marked okay. If it's missing, then I could see very quickly which one of these documents are not here. It's a lot easier for me or my staff to find it now versus having an auditor find it later. So what we do is we identify within specific functions of the system certain things that are at the admissions document audit, or even my graduates document audit, or any of the other major functionalities within the system. So there's always a theory in document management. You never want to be more than 3 clicks away from the final piece of information. So on the student records within the Orbund system, there's a link over here that gives us the files and documents area. This is where we identified the layout for all of our electronic records. We mimicked the paper folders. So we never are too far away from the paper. It's always in everyone's history, but we have all of the layouts the same way as they were in the paper documents. So that way my staff didn't have to learn a different process. So within each folder, we have the individual document types. So what we mark as required, or what we mark as needed for the admissions folder. So for my exit folder, or my financial aid folder, or my admissions or my education folder, they all have different documents that need to be in there. But the Orbund system allows us to say that whenever I save a specific document, it's going to automatically folder it for me. And all the images are always online. So you're always 1 click away from getting to the final piece of information. So here's her driver's license. I imagine her enrollment agreement is over here, and pre-enrollment agreements or any of her other documents that need to be seen by the school or managed by the school are all 1 click away. And by being hosted in the Amazon clouds, we don't have to worry about losing those documents, a server taking a hit here local. The data is always backed up everywhere. So we have a lot of comfort to know that once the image is put up into the Orbund system, we know that we're going to be able to get it. Onesie-twosie issues are great. So you can always pull down 1 or 2 images if you need to see that. But the big test of this always comes to the auditors. So our auditors, NACIS is the one that audits the beauty school that we deal with. During COVID time is really where this became prevalent, is that they would do site visits. During COVID, they didn't do site visits, so they wanted everyone to go remotely. So what they did is they said, okay, these are 18 documents that you need to show us for each student. You need to have the front and the back of them. They need to be imaged, and they need to be put into a single PDF. They give us the list of students in the morning and say, you have 30 minutes per student, ready, go. And most of the schools would freak out, and it would take a long time to clean out the files and prep and be ready to go with that function. Within the Orbund system, it's as easy as we've defined those documents, as Paul talked about earlier today, define which documents need to be a part of the PDF download. And either for my auditor or for internal purposes, I have 2 different lists that I can create. And by clicking on this, it actually downloads the specific PDF or the multi-page PDF of all of the images in that document. So you see the first page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. So everything that was needed for that file for that auditor is all put into that PDF in the format that they're looking for. So, what we learned in moving from paper to electronic is number one, you want to be able to audit and identify all of the records that you have in the system, and more importantly, all the ones that you're missing. Because what happens is it's like looking for not a needle in a haystack, but in a needle in a pile of needles, is trying to find the right document that matches to the right student at the right time when an auditor is breathing down down your neck, or you have that pressure point on. So within the Orbund system, there's a lot of organization for how things are defined. We're able to build tools that help us identify and audit to make sure that they're all there. And it's quick and easy to get to and work with once we do need to pull them down from the system. So Paul, that's how we do it here at the basketball court of Orbund World. And the ball keeps bouncing and we're bouncing it back to you.
So we showed you our game plan. We scrimmaged with a live team. So let's wrap with some leadership questions or leadership tips. How many hours are spent preparing for a compliance visit? Document reviews are a major component of this. A good SIS as the hub collects it easily and allows daily management at a glance. These are two great questions. A week before your next class start, what percentage of your admission signees are fully packaged? Can your SIS give you this number in a drillable report? If a week before your class start, only 80% of your anticipated start is fully documented or document compliant, you shouldn't be surprised to only have an 80% show rate. Does your SIS give you an easy way to manage it? I once showed paperless document management to a school administrator, and she remarked in awe. Her exact words were, "Wow, I don't know when the last time I saw the top of my desk." But in our world, stacks of student document files on an administrator's desk is not an Einstein issue. It's really a security risk. So having documents paperlessly is an important consideration in your SIS. Thank you for your time today. Meeting with us. Feel free to book a meeting with the coach for a deeper dive into your game plan. Have a great day.